when they do matriculate to that 4-year university, they are well better prepared for the rigor.
Opportunities that we have for students, for example, the opportunities here today.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of The Focus Show. I'm your host Carl Daniels Jr. and today I have a special guest with me. A guest from Mixxstar DJs, DJ Bobby D. Some of you all in the area may know him as Bobby Dunston, but we know him as DJ Bobby D. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, doing really good.
Doing good. So to get things started, what inspired you to be a DJ?
So that's a good question. So I'm born from the 80s era. Well, I was a teenager during the 80s, and that was the era of, say, LL Cool J, Run DMC, some of the founders and beginners of rap and hip hop. And I just got excited because back then every rap artist or even some regular R&B artist had a DJ. And those DJs, the sounds that they would make and how they mix music, it just really inspired me. I got excited about it, so I just wanted to try my hand at it and just started trying to learn how to DJ.
Okay. So how long have you been a DJ?
So I started when I was 16, so we could do a lot of math, but my current age, I'm 54. So I started when I was 16, and my grandmother actually bought me a turntable, my first turntable. And from that first turntable, I just practiced, and I started DJing around the neighborhood a little bit.
Okay. So when you DJed around the neighborhood, what kind of reaction would you get from like the crowd or the neighborhood kids?
So I was new at it, so there would be ups and downs with DJing. Sometimes, you know, when you're a teenager and how teenagers are, if you play the wrong song, it's a problem. So sometimes I would play the right stuff and it would be an exciting party, and then some other times, you know, you're always gonna slip up and play one wrong song, and you know, the crowd wouldn't be happy with you. And that's just a part of learning, a part of developing yourself as a DJ, learning what to play and what not to play. So
okay,
that's how it worked.
Now, are you the type of DJ to take like music requests, like just not like DJs on the radio, but if you're at a party or something like that, you're DJing, do you take music requests or do you have like a planned playlist?
The answer is yes, I will take DJ requests if it makes sense. So sometimes you do get DJ requests that really just go way far away from the flow of what's happening at that time. So you may take the request and hold it for later. You may say, well, hey, you know, I can play this song, but it just won't fit in at the moment, and then you can play it for later. Then every now and again, you'll get a request where you just say no to it, because it just may offend someone or just might not work with it. But 99% of the time, yes, we are taking requests.
Okay. When you say it made sense, is it something like you're at a party, like let's say for an older crowd, and you're playing stuff like Frankie Beverly and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden somebody wants to come in, like I'll take somebody newer or the newer school, and they say, okay, I want to play Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
But you're playing Frankie Beverly and stuff like that. Is that kind of like the sense of making sense?
That is correct. That is exactly right. So yes, if you are at an event and it might be an older crowd, you may have a few younger people in the audience, and they may say, hey, can you throw on Cardi B or Lil Durk or one of these newer artists, play some Migos. It might not work at that time because of the majority of the audience being of an older age and listening to a different type of music. So,
Okay, so how many events have you provided music for, and what are some of these events that you provided music at?
So the answer to that is countless. I really can't tell you exactly how many events, but it's upward probably of a couple of thousand, if not more. What types of events? So that's the exciting part. I've done all kinds of events, including club events, just DJing at a club for a crowd. That's fun. Weddings, like fashion shows, even a book signing. I've done a book signing.
Okay.
Outdoor events, like school events, field days, with bounce houses and those type of events. Even retirement parties, that type of thing. I once even did an event for someone had passed away, and they knew that the person would want it to be more of an event that would make everybody happy instead of a sad event. So it was somewhat of a party in memorial of that person. So just about every event, you name it, if there's a reason to have music there, I have done it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good. Book signings, that would be something obviously different. 'Cause
Different.
people have, books and stuff like that, so that would definitely be something that's obviously different.
The author had the book that just came out and wanted to do a book release and book signing and said, I want this to be more fun and upbeat, and we want a DJ. So that's what happened.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we'll have more with our guest, Bobby Dunston, DJ Bobby D, after this short break. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the Focus Show. My name is Carl Daniels Jr., and I'm here with our special guest today. Some of you may know him as Bobby Dunston, but he's also known as DJ Bobby D. I'm here back with him today. So my next question to you is, what skills do you think DJs need to be successful?
I think a love of music is a skill. That's the first skill. You gotta love music. You gotta enjoy and appreciate all types of music, and just if music makes you happy, that's the first skill. But the second skill that's very important is someone who loves being of service to others, because DJing is kind of a service. DJing is sometimes it's not selfless because you're playing music that others like. So let's say if someone was to ask to play a song that I didn't like, but I knew everybody else would like it, then it's my job to play that song to make everyone extremely happy. And by seeing them have fun, then the DJ also will be having a good time. So those are the two most important skills, as well as just an ability to learn or want to learn how to manipulate the equipment and how to hook up the equipment. And that's something that anybody can learn. So once you have those three skills, you can be a DJ.
When you talked about learning the equipment, how long would it take for a person to learn the equipment to be good enough to not only just be a DJ like at a radio station or something like that, but to be a DJ at a party?
I would say it's probably not a long time. Probably if you really just buckle down and try to learn your equipment, within 2-3 weeks, you could be ready to DJ at a party.
Okay.
Within 2 or 3 weeks. You just have to maybe watch some tutorials. YouTube is always good. You can watch some tutorials on YouTube. Maybe you can link up with a buddy, another DJ, and he can show you some stuff, and you can learn together on how to start mixing and how to pick the right songs. Some of those things take experience.
Right.
So, but one thing that's true is sometimes the event that you're DJing at is also education. You're learning as you go.
Okay. Okay. Are there specific music or songs that people like to listen to at most of these events?
It varies. It really does vary. If I could put it in a group, let's say if I just had a room full of just all types of different ages and backgrounds, and I wanted to make the majority of them happy, usually you can do pretty good with line dances. If you do, say, the electric slide, the wobble, the cha-cha slide, those songs are pretty much universal. They, you know, everybody knows them and they like them. There's a few other line dances out there too. Even the chicken dance, it could be just about anything. But those line dance category, you can almost play those for just about anybody and they'll have fun. Otherwise, you have to kind of do some research and learn like your customer. You have to know your customer and know what type of music they like. So for the majority of the events, ahead of time, I'll have a meeting with the customer and say, hey, what types of music do you think this event would call for? What music do you like? Or what would the atmosphere be like? And then based on that conversation, that's where you go to with the music. But without any conversation, if you just say, hey, I want you to DJ right now, I got a room full of people, then there are some songs you know that everybody's gonna like. For example, the line dances.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. So when DJs mix songs, how did you end up learning that, and how do you mix specifically yourself? Because obviously every DJ has their own style.
Right. Okay. Mixing, it has come a long way. So with the new technology, it's a little easier. It's a little bit easier with new technology. But initially, when you were mixing, you were listening to the songs and trying to figure out what songs would go together and make a great combination. Once you learn a few songs that will go together, then your mixing technique is you're using your headphones, you're listening to the music before you mix it, and then you can kind of hear that it's going to go together, and then you do your thing. With technology gives you a few advantages. So there's this thing called beats per minute, and that's the speed of the song. Oh, okay. So now with technology, we know the speed of the song. So I can find a song that's 100 beats per minute, and I know that would mix well with another song that's 100 beats per minute. Okay. Which that's with the newer technology, it wasn't always there. So it makes it a little easier how you can go in and determine the speed of the song, mix it with another song at the same speed, and it can make a great mix, especially if there are two similar songs. Say two Megan Thee Stallions or two songs with a similar sound to it.
Okay. So
I hope that answers the question.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. So how do people, or how do you get people to ask you for gigs, like to come DJ their events and stuff?
Okay,
like that?
cool. Good question. The number one way to get people to ask me to come do a gig is while you're at a gig. If you're doing a good job, people recognize that. People notice you, and then people will come up and say, hey, what's your information? I'm having a party soon, or they'll give me their information. Hey, my name is, whatever, and I'm having a party. And they'll come up to you at that time and let you know. So that's the number one way. And the other way is just word of mouth. People that know me, they'll let others know, hey, DJ Bobby D is a good DJ, he can do it. And that's how you get people to hire you as a DJ. So I guess just kind of getting the word out, talking to people, letting them know you're a DJ, as well as at DJ gigs, you're doing your thing, and people like it. So.
Okay. Are there specific people when you go to these events that you have to work with?
Yes. So at a lot of events, you have the customer who hired you, but then let's say if it's a wedding or a fashion show, there'll be a coordinator. So sometimes you'll have the wedding coordinator you're working with and coordinating everything there. You might even have to coordinate with, say, the chef or the caterer, because they want to let you know, hey, when it's time to eat, or they'll let you know what time it's time to eat. Or let's say if you're DJing at a club, maybe there's certain things happening at a nightclub, and people will come up, say the manager of the nightclub or bartender will come up and say, hey, I'm the bartender and I want you to make an announcement that it's time to, no more sales of drinks, or maybe there's a car parked in the wrong spot. Hey, can you make an announcement there's a car parked in the wrong spot? So you get a chance to work with quite a few people, from wedding coordinators and planners and event staff that helps you to do a better job and get the music played at the right time, that type of thing.
Okay. Sounds interesting. So we'll have more with DJ Bobby D after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Explore Virginia's natural heritage at the Virginia Living Museum, which is home to more than 250 species, such as fish, reptiles, birds, and even alligators. The Virginia Living Museum has a wide variety of fish and animals to see. They also have the Dinosaur Trail and the Children's Garden for kids, so come visit today. One of the largest municipal parks east of the Mississippi River, Newport News Park offers a wide variety of activities and experiences. These include archery, boating, disc golf, playgrounds scattered throughout, hiking on many historical trails through Civil and Revolutionary War sites, and a discovery center, which lets visitors explore Virginia and Newport News Park's magnificent nature and vast wildlife, ranging from plants to animals. For more information, contact Newport News Park at 13560 Jefferson Avenue or at 757-886-7912.
Welcome back to the Focus Show. I'm your host, Carl Daniels. Today, my special guest is Bobby Dunston. You all may know him as DJ Bobby D. So, we talked about you earlier about DJing. What was that like? How did you get into hosting events, going from being a DJ?
That is a good question. So, being a host and a DJ is very related. It's kind of intertwined because as a DJ, you're on the microphone. You might have a chance to introduce someone or make an announcement or read. Sometimes you might have to read an intro or a bio about someone. So it's very close in relation to each other. So being a host is just about the same, except for not having the DJ. So going out in front of the crowd, maybe making some announcements or introducing different acts or introducing different people, pretty interrelated. It just takes having a little bit of personality because you're not behind the DJ booth. So it just takes having a little personality and just getting out in front of people and making the announcements or saying what you have to say and letting people know what's coming up and what's about to happen. And it's very rewarding job being a host because you're out there, you're in front of everybody. Maybe you can tell a joke, kind of put people at ease, and just have fun with it.
Okay. So you kind of went into the next question. What is it like to host an event compared to being a DJ? But when you were a DJ and you take that experience, you talk about how they were intertwined and stuff like that. Is there anything else further that you can think of that your experience as a DJ will help you host an event?
Yeah, I think that like being that you kind of know the flow of a lot of events from being a DJ, then you're kind of already prepared. And so like say a host who's never been a DJ who may not know how everything works, might be a little bit more difficult. So as a DJ, you might know, say, equipment, how a microphone works or how the speakers work, maybe the volume it should be at. Maybe you can even inspire someone else by letting them know, hey, we're here, maybe we could play this song to open up the show and kind of get people excited. So, so I don't know if that's answering the question, but okay.
Yeah.
So DJing helps as far as hosting quite a bit.
Just like you know the production side of it,
Right.
of the other side,
Right.
in terms of being the host.
Right.
Are there any upcoming events that you would like to tell us about that you might be, hosting or DJing at?
So I do have a couple of events coming up, and I do want to talk to you about one that we just did. It's called Output Level. Output Level. Now, Output Level, we just had Sunday. It's going to be a once a month event. And what it is, it's kind of somewhat of a DJ challenge or competition event. The DJs come in, we give them a challenge. They don't know what it is ahead of time. And we may say, okay, DJ, we want you to play only music from the 70s. And they have to try and come up with songs for maybe a 5-minute mix or a 10-minute mix. Then at the end of that, we vote on its audience participation. The audience will clap louder for the DJ that did a better job. If that song they played may not have been from the 70s, then we give them a flag. We ding them for playing a song from the 80s that might have been supposed to be from the 70s. It's called Output Level, so I want people to be looking out for Output Level because we just had our first one, but we got more of them coming. And it's an exciting event that's being held at the, it's called the CAN, which is the Arts Network on Warwick Boulevard. So you'll find out more about that soon. Also, there's a Valentine's event coming up. I know we're a long way away from Valentine's, but on February 11th, there's a Valentine's Day event coming up, and I'm the host and DJ of the event. For Output Level, I'm one of the hosts. I'm not DJing. I'm just the host there. Valentine's Day event, host and DJ, February 11th. It's going to be for couples. And that could be if you're just a couple, you could be two friends, or it's your fiance, or even if you're married. It's an event where people can come out, and it's called the Love Experience. So be looking out for the Love Experience. That's going to be a fun event. And lastly, I want to tell you about Trivia Night. So, and that's kind of a host situation too. Trivia Night, basically you come out to the event, it's trivia questions. Me, DJ Bobby D, your host, I'm asking you trivia questions, and the questions could range from anything. It could be, what's the capital of Wisconsin? Or how many people do you think have ever ridden a train? It could be anything. And people compete in Trivia Night, and then they win prizes. They win prizes. So currently we're doing Trivia Night every Monday at 7. Trivia Night at 7 at a restaurant. And I don't know if I can say the name of the restaurant or.
We'll say that for
save that for later.
Yeah,
Save
we'll
it for later. But people, if they can find me, wherever, and then I can share that information about those 3 events: Output Level, the Love Experience, and Trivia Night.
And then finally, what advice would you give to anybody, young or old, that wanted to become a DJ or a host at events?
The advice I would give would be, the first piece of advice would be to go for it. Just go for it. I think there's the worst thing is to hesitate and just get over the nervousness and dive into it. and link up with another DJ that you know who's already doing it, so you can kind of learn from experience. Maybe shadow that DJ, go to some events with that DJ, see how they do it, and kind of learn from them. And then purchase some equipment. That's the second thing. Get you some equipment and start learning that equipment and learning what you can do to DJ for a group of people. And you can learn from other DJs what equipment you might need.
Okay.
There's a DJ school too that you can attend and learn the basics of DJing.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, that sounds all very interesting for somebody that wants to become, a DJ or a host of some type of event. So I am Carl Daniels Jr. here with Bobby Dunston. Also, you may know him as DJ Bobby D. Here on the Focus Show. Be on the lookout for those events that he just mentioned too. Make sure you be on the lookout for him, get that information for him to go out and attend those events. Once again, I'm Carl Daniels Jr. saying so long, and we'll see you next time on the Focus Show.